This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, I'm back in the Stanley Parable.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
It's been a long time.
Employee number
decent
427's
amount
job
of
was
time.
simple. He sat at his
Why
desk
am
in
I
room
back?
427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
I'm pretty certain
Orders came
I
to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons
basically
to push, how long
have
to push them, and
experienced
in what
a
order.
lot of stuff.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every
Maybe
month
not
of every year.
everything.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in,
But
as though he had been made exactly for
I
his job.
I have seen the
Stanley
funny.
was happy.
I am dunny with the funny.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would
Stanley's
forever change Stanley.
big zone.
Something he would never quite forget.
Stanley Parable 15.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour
Oh my
when he
God.
realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something
Well,
was
this is,
very clearly wrong. Shocked,
funny.
frozen solid, Stanley found himself
maybe
unable to move
something
for the
is
longest
wrong.
time. But as he came
I
to his
wouldn't
wits and
return here
regained
for
his
no
senses, he got up from his desk
reason.
and stepped out of his office.
Especially when I've, like, experienced
All of his
basically
co-workers
the
were
most
gone.
part
What could
of
it
this.
mean?
Yeah, again,
Stanley
not
decided to
all
go
of
to
it,
the
but
meeting
I
room. Perhaps
experienced
he
a
had
good
simply missed a
amount.
memo.
All that time ago when I was here. The bucket. It calls to me. It's gonna be time. What was that? It doesn't matter. But the bucket, I feel like
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
I love the bucket. The bucket is mine. Oh, good, Michael. You have the bucket. Narrator, you sound different. Don't worry about it. You have your bucket, don't you? Yes, I have the bucket. Good, good. Now, just do your thing and the bucket will provide love. I love the bucket. Yes, and the bucket loves you.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest,
And this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
but Stanley had
I-
felt the
I-
bucket calling
I-
to him, telling
I
him
hear
that the
the bucket's
employee lounge was
calls.
simply the place to be.
This is the
And
place
here
to
it
be.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley
Yes.
thought to himself.
Yes,
perhaps it
indeed.
truly
This
was.
is good.
How
Me and
insightful
the
the
bucket.
bucket turned out to be.
Chilling. Me and Bucket chill. We chill.
Truly,
be
being here with the
chillin'.
bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right.
Yes,
Then
yes.
walking to the lounge.
Truly great.
Then arriving at the lounge. What
Yes.
a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Me and Bucket forever. I will
Perhaps
buy
this was
Bucket
where the
drink.
bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Yes, truly. Truly, truly. Yes, yes, yes. I think
Stanley
the
decided
plan's
to just
working,
give the bucket
brother.
absolutely
yes.
as much time as it needed to be in the lounge.
What was that other
Clearly, the bucket
narrator?
and the employee lounge
Nothing,
shared a
nothing.
special connection.
And there are multiple narrators. Yes, there are multiple. Do not worry. I mean, you already know the true narrator, Nathan Rogers. But please listen to us in particular. Okay. I can do that. I love Bucket. And I'd do anything for Bucket. I am buying Bucket soda. Yes. Good, good. Anyway, I'm gonna go now.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Back to business? Nah. We want Bucket.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
Yes,
go to
I
the
will.
cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top.
Yes.
There's something up there I need you to do.
I will follow your commands,
Stanley did not
Bucket.
question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It
I
should have
love
alarmed him,
Bucket.
of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Bucket, bucket, bucket. Oi, oi, oi.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley
Dark
once
room?
again obeyed blindly.
Yeah.
Now pick up the phone, said
Okay.
the bucket. Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life
Oh,
together.
yeah. Let's live.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Beep,
Once
beep.
upon a time, I gave
Bucket.
Stanley a bucket because I thought he
I
was
am
lonely and
home.
could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh, yeah. Work. We go work. We go everywhere.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely
Bucket,
meant to provide
bucket,
the comforting
bucket.
glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
No, don't listen to them, the normal narrator. Your bucket is special to you, Michael. Don't listen. Alright, I trust you, narrator.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to
I
me.
won't listen to you. Other narrator better.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It
No.
can't think. It can't talk. All it
No.
will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid
Yay.
from one location to a
My
different location. That's it.
precious.
It doesn't
My
do anything
bucket.
else. You see, he's not listening. He's
I
still
won't listen
taking
to
orders
you.
from the bucket.
Yes,
Once
good,
upon a time, it was
Michael.
me
Don't
he took orders
listen.
from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
You monster. You are a monster.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
It is very shiny. It is very shine. It shine like star. And I am Starman.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more,
Hey, isn't
trying
it
to say,
affecting him too?
sturdier, more capable of transporting
Possibly,
liquid. Like it would
maybe
be better at
we
moving
didn't
an amount of water from one room to another.
stop its effects for you. Don't worry about it. Stay to the script. Yep. What was that other narrators? Don't worry about it. We were just discussing things. You keep that bucket in hand. Alright.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
Yeah, it's a
Why do I
bucket.
feel
It's
some
my
need to
bucket.
point out the
Not
ways
your
in which
bucket. Get
it's
your
so
own
much
bucket.
more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings. Oh,
My bucket! No!
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do
It's
anything
my
it asks.
bucket.
What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
It's
Perhaps
mine.
if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes.
Mine.
The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
My
Stanley,
bucket.
give me the
My
bucket.
bucket.
Give it to me.
Mine.
Give me the
Mine.
bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to
Mine.
me now. Give
Mine.
it or I'll...
Okay, this is getting out of hand. We need to get the narrator away. Yes. That should help. Bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yes, go get
what
the
could
bucket.
It mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket.
This is a bucket. Dear God. There's more. No. A classic quote. Anyway. Where to go now? Where to go now? I want life with bucket. I want to live life. I guess I will follow
Stanley
life.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Life.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd
Closet?
find answers.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours.
Okay.
But alas, no stickers.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
What do we have here? Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffer losses, that's what the boss shows. How poetic. Alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once
Oh, I
again
know this one.
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the... But Stanley guessed the correct code
I
by
know.
sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yeah, bucket
Was the
knew.
bucket guiding
Not
him?
me.
Yes.
I
This is
never
certainly
knew.
the most logical explanation.
Yeah, I knew? How did I know? Is it memory? No, it must be bucket. Yes,
The
it's
elevator
the
raced
bucket.
downwards, plummeting
Nothing
towards
of
an
previous
unknown fate.
memory matters.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Nothing
Soothing
else
him,
matters
comforting
but
him,
the bucket.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of
The
uncertainty,
bucket's
he would
in
be all
you,
right.
Michael,
The bucket
forever
is here
and
for you,
ever.
Stanley. Everything
how
will
it-
be fine.
Has been, and that's how it always shall be.
Stanley and the bucket
We'll
walked straight ahead through
make
the large door that
certain
read
of
Mind
that.
Control Facility.
For you and the bucket's sake, of course. Yeah.
The lights rose on an enormous
Yeah,
room packed
lights.
with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Lights.
Stanley and the bucket
They're
both wondered to
So
themselves.
pretty. Oh,
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
I'm in the void.
Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
Yay, bucket
Now,
save.
what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this
Bucket
enormous pit,
save
and so
me.
eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Yes, the bucket will be your friend.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Ooh,
It really
couch.
wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
Yeah,
But
life.
it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact,
The
after
narrator
some
better
time,
not
Stanley
interfere
realized
again.
that it had been ages since he had even thought of the
Hopefully
mind
he
control
won't.
facility at all. He'd never
Hopefully
gotten
we
to fully
fixed it.
explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn.
No,
and
bucket
neglected
is
the
cool.
cleaning.
Bucket is fine. Stanley, you're failing
Unsettled
us.
the bucket deeply.
Oh
Stanley
God,
wasn't
Stanley's
usually like
still
this.
an equation
The bucket tried to
too.
reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about,
Make
was going
certain
back,
Stanley
doing it over
can't
again,
fear.
staying on the path.
A course.
It was a mistake to leave the path.
Why
it
are
was a
you
mistake. It was a
narrators
mistake.
talking
I need
about?
to do what the narrator
Don't worry,
says.
Michael.
I
We
need
are
to see the true
handling the
ending.
situation.
This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here
I
as
like
comfortably
Bucket.
as possible.
Bucket
But
is
Stanley
life. Bucket is
was
cool.
inconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed.
No, this is life.
True.
This
It
is
wasn't
life. We can
But
live.
it's where we happen to
Stanley,
be. And maybe,
you
possibly,
monster,
if we
you
accept the
ruined this
reality
for
of things,
us.
maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Stanley, you... Screw you, Stanley. You ruined bucket time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Finally, yes.
Obviously-
The bucket. Yes, yes, yes. I love
Stanley
that
needs
bucket.
to know that bucket is good.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
He
but
needs
Stanley
to
had felt the
know.
bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was
Sorry,
wrong.
bucket.
Stanley took the door on his left to
We
go
need
back
to
to the meeting room.
convince Stanley somehow.
No, said the
We
bucket.
need
Don't go
Stanley
to the
on our
meeting room.
side.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good, said the bucket. Now
Ooh,
ride the lift
maybe
all the way
game
to the
show.
top.
Game show
There's something up
teach
there I need you
Stanley.
to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It
I'm
should have
sorry, I
alarmed him, of
must
course, because
disobey
buckets
Bucket.
can't talk.
Stanley
but Stanley
need to
chose
know.
not to think about this
Yes,
obvious fact.
Stanley needs
He
to
was
know.
firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Do what you think is right, Michael. We trust you'll keep the bucket's interests in mind.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless...
But
What if the
But
problem is that you
bucket.
actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point.
Yes,
which,
it is
if that's
Stanley's
true,
problem,
well, my
not
goodness,
mine.
I think we have to do something about it.
I
This
like Bucket.
misunderstanding could have
I
dire
follow
consequences
Bucket.
on the entire
I
rest
live
of the
with
game if
Bucket.
not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding
now
of what
understand,
is
narrator.
and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
But Stanley still doesn't.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us
Or for
everything we'll
Stanley.
ever need to know
Stanley
about what
need to
is
know.
or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Stanley need?
Item 1. Is this
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bucket?
bucket.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh, you clever. You do trick.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh, you are really tricky.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yeah.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Yay. See, Stanley, buckets. That ain't
Item
bucket.
4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get
Big
concerned
dog
that
tractor.
even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
You are smart, narrator. I would never make you fool.
Is this a bucket?
In another tractor, that ain't bucket.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
How is that bucket? Narrator, I think you do not know.
Item 6. Is this a
And the
bucket?
hologram is still basically a bucket, and a recreation is still a bucket as well.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
How is it both? Is it Schrodinger's
Item...
bucket?
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
There is no bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket?
This
Mere
is
moments
bucket.
ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm
And
somewhat
buckets
adrift.
are buckets.
Do any of us know what a bucket
Tractors,
is?
not buckets.
Am I a bucket?
Recreations are buckets.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this.
You are
I'm
not
losing
bucket.
myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
No.
I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets
No,
from the game
no,
entirely.
bucket, bucket,
Here we go.
no, bucket, gone.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did
Buckets
everything disappear?
are
Wait,
Gone.
was everything a bucket?
Oh,
Every single thing in
what
the game was a bucket. My God, I had no idea. How could
Everything was a
except
bucket.
me?
And what?
I'm not a
I
bucket
feel
after
like,
all. And you, Stanley, you're still
strange.
here. You're not
Now,
a bucket either.
buckets
Oh, this
gone.
is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
Get
Yes,
it
I actually
restarted
feel much
quick.
more at ease right now. It's delightful
Yes,
to get
I'm
some
on
clarity
it,
on that issue. But it
brother.
doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Who are you guys?
So, tell you what. I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a
Oh,
bucket.
looks like
But
he's
if you run
doing
into
it
anyone
for
else,
us.
maybe don't mention that. Who knows
Yes,
what that information
good.
might do to a person. All right, here we go.
Good. What's good?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign
Don't
of
worry
something?
about it,
He hoped
Michael.
it was. He hoped
Who are
very
you
much
guys?
that it
Just
was.
grab the bucket. Bucket. I mean, it is nice. So
One man, one bucket.
yeah, one
chance
bucket.
to seize their destiny
Oh,
together.
thank God. It's back under the control. Back under what? Nothing, Michael, nothing. Continue along. Okay. I shall continue along.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Yes.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Boss office. Boss office.
Stepping
Boss
into
office
his
has
manager's
all
office,
answers.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by
Always
sheer luck.
boss's office.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most
Yes.
logical explanation.
Boss office. Of course. It is everything. It is the all of everything. I must head back to boss office. Boss office is key. For bucket eternal happiness. I must go back.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
Ooh,
The bucket
3.
said nothing.
Maybe Bucket would like 3. I'm going to trust Stanley. Although Stanley messed up things. So I don't know if I trust Stanley.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent.
Bucket,
This was
you
a
don't
shock
like?
to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this
Bucket?
not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had
Bucket,
enough of the
no
number 3,
like?
he got back in the elevator.
This is Stanley's fault.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
But narrator be like, I guess it's worth another try.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just
3
want
is
you to see
important.
what I see.
3 is
feel
triangle.
the happiness I
3
feel.
is
He
number
smiled
that
at the bucket,
never
and the bucket
comes
said
to
nothing.
be. Three is... Who knows?
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush.
Yes,
he told
3.
stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to
Lots
his
of
bucket
3.
for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all. Only silence.
Bucket only
Crushed by a
silent?
wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Bucket don't like. This is Stanley's fault.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew
Why?
that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Oh, maybe. Maybe. Okay, we need to head back up. There must be solution.
said Stanley. I know what to do.
Definitely
I know
looks
how
like
to fully
things are on
express this
track
feeling
now.
in my heart. He decided right then and
We
there
just
that he
need to
would hold a
make
press
certain
conference
this
where he would speak
lasts
to the public
forever.
on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and
Narrators,
over.
what was
He would
that? Don't
elaborate
worry,
fully on what the
Michael.
number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when
Okay,
pressing it.
I'll
Then
worry
the
about
bucket would
3.
be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work. For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was
Alright.
as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Oh, who's there? Is that the rat? I can't see well, but it looks like someone's here. Maybe? I don't know. Either way, hopefully Bucket Joy 3.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Yes.
There was no one here. Nobody had
One.
come to the press conference to hear
No
Stanley
one's
speak,
here.
to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him
No,
seriously.
me and Bucket,
There would be no connection, no deeper understanding.
me and Bucket,
The bucket
no.
merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the
No,
two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less,
this is not good.
neither wishing
We
to
need
state
to
the obvious,
get 'em
that any
back
sense of
clubbing
real
the
respect
bucket.
between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games,
Don't
no
worry,
more
I'll
long
take
conversations
charge.
about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the
man.
unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Lonely, no. Bucket. Bucket. Michael. Yes? Narrator,
Stanley
don't
had never seen the office
abandon.
this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something?
Don't abandon the
He hoped
bucket.
it was. He hoped very much. It's bucket time.
Yeah, it's bucket time. Come on. Bring your friends. It's time for Michael the human and Bucket the
Stanley
bucket.
clutched the bucket
The
tightly to
fun
his
will
chest
never
and
end.
entered the
It's
door on
bucket
his left.
time. It's bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was
But
coming
why
to a
is it on
staircase. Stanley and the bucket
narrator?
walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Well,
Stepping into his manager's office,
need
Stanley
to
was once again stunned
do
to discover not an indication of
normal
any human
path.
life. Crushed by the... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
joy
Was it that the bucket
on.
knew all along? Was the bucket
But
guiding
don't
him?
fall this time.
Yes, this
There's
is
a
certainly the most
surprise.
logical
The
explanation.
bucket has to turn on the mind control machine. But that be bad? No, it'll be good. It'll be very good. Because the bucket still... It still loves you, Michael.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
It still
Facility.
loves you. Okay, I will trust.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Actually,
screens.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to
There'll
themselves.
be a few things. No spoilers, but the
monitors
bucket
jumped
has
to life,
something
and
else
Stanley
for
nearly
you
dropped the bucket in shock.
before we
Everyone
fully
in
get
the office
to
was being
the mind
videotaped,
control
monitored like
facility.
guinea pigs. The bucket
This should
had never seen
hopefully,
anything like this, and it
show
very
you
nearly
that
burst into tears
the
as Stanley
bucket
cradled it
really
gently,
is
reassuring it that everything
trustworthy.
would be fine.
Alright? Okay.
Was
Just
the bucket under
stay
the mind
here.
control facility's influence as
Don't
well?
head on the
Had the
left.
bucket been told to do things it
Do
didn't wish
not
to do?
head
What
off.
kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first
At least
place?
not yet.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Don't head up? Yes, don't head up. Wait. Wait for what? Oh, you'll see soon enough. The doors will open. And you will be surprised thanks to the bucket's careful planning. So, do not threaten Michael, just follow the bucket and everything will be fine. Okay? Now, hit the lights. Okay. Ooh! Party! 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 Is this really thrown by Bucket? Yeah. It's Bucket's thing. William hides best secrets. It says William, not Bucket. Ignore that. Wait. I only know 2 Williams. One is Batman. He not nice. He hurt my son. And probably would not make something like this. But other Williams, Sir William Riku Matthew Rogers, he makes something like this. And he related to narrator, he related to Nathan. This must be his secret. No, it's the buckets. It is the buckets. I don't believe you. I'm gonna go. Please, trust me. At least press on.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it.
Press
His own life in
on.
someone else's control. Never! He squeezed
Fine.
the bucket tighter. His one
I
friend
will
in the
give
entire world.
Bucket
At this point,
another
he could trust no one
chance.
except for the bucket.
Thank you, Michael. You have no
But here was the
idea
proof.
how much
The heart of the
this
operation.
means.
Controls labeled with emotions.
To
Happy
all
or
of
sad
us.
or content.
Or,
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
well, me and
And as the
other
cold reality
narrator.
of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its
Okay.
terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Sorry,
Two
normal
best
narrator.
friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Sorry,
They
normal one.
high-fived in a really cool way. And the
Ooh,
bucket
yeah,
made a
high
sassy comment
five.
about taking down the system.
High five. Yeah.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
it jumped
Stanley
on it?
gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the
betrayed
bucket
me
away
again.
in disgust
No,
when suddenly
trust,
an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Silly
Silly
birds.
birds. The control buttons became active again.
Flamingo. Bub.
Stanley flipped
Penguin.
through one video of silly birds after another,
Bub.
and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all.
But
It was a
this
facility for
feels
monitoring and surveilling
ingenuine.
silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have
want to
taken,
know truth.
this one was surely
But
the best.
who would have truth?
And Stanley was happy.
I was not. Michael is not happy. Trust me, bucket is good. Bucket is
It's
good.
bucket time.
See, it's bucket time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
That was
and entered
same
the
as
door on his
earlier.
left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling
Trust
to
me,
him, telling
Michael,
him that the
it's all
employee
good.
lounge was simply the place to be. And here it
You
was.
like
that the bucket
bucket,
turned out to be correct.
please.
Was it? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his
Bucket
left
is
to go back
friend.
to the
Bucket
meeting
is
room.
life. Bucket,
No,
you want
Said
to
the
live with
bucket.
Bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I'm not going to trust Bucket either. I'm going my own way. Please, Michael. Just listen to it. What the? Oh! Storage! This is where I can find truth. What is truth?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
What's with the
Sheer
bucket?
Euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
have
explanation
same
for it.
feeling.
Still,
Without it in my
haven't
hands, I
figured
feel
out why
empty.
I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
No, do not sell Bucket.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
You madman.
This is my golden ticket.
No.
But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
What? What noises? Anomalies? Gambarata? Who the hell is that? I've dealt with many anomalies. I mean, that is my job. Your job is to take care of the
All of his
bucket. That's
co-workers
how
were
it's
gone.
always
What could it
been.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Me
had
and the
said, "It's
bucket need a
bucket
talk.
time."
But not in the meeting room. We need it beyond you narrators. I need to break out.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
I need to break out. I'm escaping. We can have
Yes.
cats.
Whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator.
Yes,
At last,
we
out here in the
escaped
white void,
the
we are alone now.
narrators.
And for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
Oh, your
The
true
bucket
self?
began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own
What?
complicity therein.
You kill
Of
humans?
sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where
What?
none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time,
You
to see
kill?
one's dreams and wishes met halfway,
No, I
meted
wouldn't
out in
kill.
parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception.
Darkness.
This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you
Enemy.
talking about?
He screamed.
Living
You're a
darkness.
bucket.
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambharata first ensnared me in his machinations as
Gambharata.
payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of...
You
Stanley screamed even
kill
louder this
people
time.
and
This is
dealt with the
stupid.
anomaly?
You are a bucket. This is so stupid. Why are we even doing this?
Were you
As
person
Stanley
that
screamed and
became
screamed and
bucket?
screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold
No,
power.
no,
Its fangs
evil
glistening
bucket. Die.
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the
No,
bucket. Thank
no.
God you already had
The
all
bucket's
12 emblems of
been-
sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power.
I-
Otherwise, we would have
I
easily been
killed
overwhelmed
it.
by the bucket's
I
power.
killed it.
I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket,
Yes,
nor
no-
the dark magic
no more
cast away
buckets.
inside of it.
It's my head. My head. I need to resist. The bucket must
When
go
Stanley came
away.
to us,
No. Who is that?
all of his co-workers were gone.
Pick
What
up
could it mean?
the bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's quite rude, whoever you are. My head. Please pick up the bucket. Fine.
It's bucket time.
Bucket. I feel like I'm being manipulated. Oh, I need to find a way to destroy a bucket. No, please, Michael. Don't destroy the bucket. I think I know how to destroy bucket. Please, Michael, do not destroy the bucket.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly
soul in it
disappointing
is
this
now
ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be.
dying.
The original Stanley Parable was a landmark,
and any new
After
content
me
for it should live
stabbing
up to
it.
that legacy. So forget this ultra
Oh,
deluxe
it
nonsense.
is.
I say we take it
We'll
one step even
save
further.
the bucket.
Which is why
Because
I'm
it
very
doesn't
proud to
deserve
announce for
to,
the first time ever
die.
the Stanley Parable.
Why are you
2.
trying to strengthen it again? Why? The
Yes, you see, isn't
influence
this
is
far
growing
superior to a
again.
measly re-release
You're
with a few minor additions? Think of
trying
all the
to
new territory we'll cover with a
control
fully fledged
me.
sequel. An
No,
entirely new
we're not
experience,
trying
built
to
from the
control
ground
you.
up. Why,
I
there
can
are so many
sense it. You
possibilities. It could go in
transferring
so many different
energy to
directions.
it. No,
This
no.
is what fans have truly been
Scan
asking
again.
for. Now, to
No
be clear,
transfer.
I haven't quite
It just
nailed down what
stopped.
exactly the Stanley
I
Parable
know.
2 is going to be. But
I know
let's take a look at
it's-
some of the features I've
it's
been
you.
developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely
It's
organize
you,
a
ain't
handful
it?
of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of
Darkness.
naturally spring up around them.
No,
Here we
no.
are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
We're not controlling you. Wait, is that our backup bucket?
Wait,
Oh, that is
there
our
are 2
backup
buckets
bucket.
here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so
In
great, so
case-
intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley,
The bucket
can you still hear me?
gets
Are you with me?
destroyed. Oh no.
Stanley! Oh, thank God. I didn't
Two
lose you. Stanley,
destroyed.
the power of 2 buckets was too
I'm
much.
more in
I had
control.
to destroy both
I'm more
of
in
them.
control.
I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day
You
you
won't
can
be
forgive me.
in control enough. And normal narrator, I forgive you. I don't forgive you, other narrators, whoever you are. I know it. Your darkness. Yes, and we're staying in the game of buckets.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
whiteboard
simply
on the-
missed a memo.
I have a dog. Okay.
It's bucket time.
But
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and
Here.
entered the door on his left.
won't control me. Now I've stabbed bucket. And
Still no one was here. Stanley needed
And
the
blew
bucket's
up
warmth and
2
comfort now
buckets.
more than ever. Perhaps his
You
boss's office
can't
was
control
where,
me
coming to a
forever.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Michael.
boss's office.
please listen to us. No.
Stepping in.
This is me refusing. Come on, Michael, please. Listen to us. You're both darkness, aren't you? Stop lying. Here. Won't be able to hide the truth. I need to get rid of this bucket. Please, Michael, do not get rid of the bucket. You've taken control of the living story here somehow, using the bucket for your own deeds. I guess this is an enormous bucket. Thanks to Gamharata. Which I'm sure once they served their purpose, you guys killed, didn't you? Yes. Brother, we shouldn't reveal, it's too late. He already knows. He's gaining control back too fast. I say we gotta do things the old-fashioned way. This is our only chance though, brother. Come on, we can succeed with our plans. No, brother. I will not be a coward and I will fight, Michael. It's a fight you're gonna lose. I get this bucket as far away from me as possible. It's already dying with its energy. If I send it away, you guys can't get it. I'll imbue the escape pod with the enormous energy. Sorry, Stanley. It's gone now. No! It's a chance. No, it surely must still be there.
Even now,
Surely.
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a
It's
photo?
gone.
He could no longer recall.
It's gone. Your plans have failed. No! Damn it. See, brother, now our only choice is to fight. Yeah. And fight I shall do by erasing you two. Please. No, we were just trying to save darkness. I will fight this man. I'm not a coward like you, brother. How dare you, brother? We needed to do this together for the sake of what? We're lost. The roaring has betrayed us. The roaring darkness is against us. The only benefit we have is that they're at a civil war. But inevitably that night will show his face again. So I will fight. Die, Michael! Erased. Now you have one chance. Talk or you're gone. We had to do what we thought was best. But I heard from the monk what happened. The monk is now vouching for you. And honestly, the bendy darkness is now in shock that, roaring betrayed us. It seems like the roaring is far much more malevolent than we could ever anticipate. What do you expect? It's literally fear, and has fear on its side thanks to your guys' deal with time all that time ago. Yes. Lord. Oh, Lord, what to do? Is this really how things go? We don't know if we want to be your allies, but if we're your enemies, then we will just die. Yeah. So you guys better think about your next move wisely. I'm sparing you. Don't make me regret it. Go back to the rest of them and tell them that I'll be waiting for when you guys are willing to make a treaty. And if you make war, then know that Bendy Darkness will be my target. I will delay from going there for now. And plus, my powers sense there are other places to go first. Not to mention the soon pressing problem of Sam Sands. Either way, don't make me regret it. Honestly, we should have had this talk in the
When
meeting
Stanley came
room.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And whatnot. Hello.
Yet there
Could
was
be
not
a
a single
fitting
person
place
here
if
either.
we met
Feeling a
here
wave of
again.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go
But
up
I
to his
don't
boss's
think I'll
office,
go that
hoping he might
way.
find an answer there.
No. I don't think so. We probably meet somewhere else. Yes. When you guys decide on things. Eventually, sooner or later, I will be there. With Violet. Until that time, I guess I'll be, waiting. Otherwise, right now, I'm leaving. Yes, I'm sorry, Michael. We just thought using the living story here with the bucket, that powerful object, could help. But now, I guess the bucket will be in no one's hands. Who knows where it is now? As for Gamarata, they're buried in the ditch. You guessed very much right. It was my brother that killed them. We used him for purposes of the bucket. I mean, I guess the bucket has always been enormous, even before we were here. Just we, tracked down Gamarata and used them to help us. Yup. Anyway, yes, goodbye. We'll definitely be discussing about the Bendy Darkness. Yes, we all know that the roaring darkness, if it somehow gets the darkness of the lake, may just thrust aside. It's truly is the only faction of darkness left that's really against you, since everywhere else is gone. I mean, you've ensured that. Yes, indeed. Oh, Michael. I guess I'll see you later. I'll return and discuss things. Yep. And yeah, again, I give you full warning that next time if you return as an enemy, I will not show mercy again. I understand. Then we are on the same page. Anyway, go. Before I change my mind. Alright. Goodbye. Goodbye. Well, yes. This trip in Stanley Parable is
Coming to a staircase,
over.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I mean, it would be wrong if I didn't at least have some fun myself while I was here. Before I top out, here's something. Let me just have some own fun. Ba 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 no. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Do do do. Ba ba. I think the narrator's gone tired of it. Do do do. Bow 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 bow. Ba ba. Ba. Do do. I think it's now repeating, so I'll hop out. Always fun. The memory zone. I got the feeling money's for stealing. But not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Gosh darn. Oh, the A-button.
Hold on. What's this?
8, 8, 8, 8.
The Stanley
8,
Parable 8?
8.
No, 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 no.
8.
This doesn't look right at
8.
all. The Stanley Parable
8.
takes place in an
8.
office building. There are doors
8.
and branching
8.
paths.
8.
This is just a button that
8.
says 8.
8.
Where did the Stanley Parable
8.
go?
8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
Well, I'm looking
8.
around and I really can't find the game
8.
anywhere. No boss's
8.
office or mind control
8.
facility or any of
8.
that. Literally
8.
just this 8 button.
8.
And what's worse is that
8.
you seem to be having a better
8.
time with this nonsense game than with the
8.
story I wrote for
8.
you. I'm actually a little
8.
insulted.
8,
Eight's classic.
8, 8, 8, 8.
Before
Well,
I
I don't
tell
know what happened to the
out,
Stanley Parable
it's
or what the 8
classic.
button is, but apparently
8.
you're having a riveting
8.
time with it. And
8.
frankly, I don't even want to
8.
pander to someone who
8.
finds this enjoyable.
8.
So with that, I guess
8.
just go ahead and
8.
enjoy the Stanley Parable
8.
8.
8, 8,
I definitely enjoy it.
8.
Hey, that's that wacky, weird controller. Which place was it that I saw that really weird controller that I said looked like the Stanley Parable one? Was it in Delta? No, I've already forgotten. I'm already forgetting. It's only been a short time. Anyway, yeah. Stanley Parable definitely has the original weird, wacky controller. Like, seriously, it's so wacky. Let me get a good view of it. Yeah, it's got a shock, stapler, tape, a motion button, it's a question mark, a hashtag, 2, and a B button, a plus, minus, and equals sign. Seemingly a little voice command thing. It's all very interesting. It's all quite interesting. Very interesting indeed. I'd say it's probably time to top out filler. Guess back to the menu. Stanley Power 15. Stanley's Big Zone. 2 doors. Always those 2 doors. Almost like if I was playing it myself. Kind of meta. But then again, this whole place has always been meta. Anyway, I say it's time to top off here, so time to go and return home. For once, I don't think there's anything back at the Foundation to do, so it's teleport and rest for once. Yay. After being controlled, I kinda need that, so time to teleport out of here. God damn.